In 1917, one of the largest empires on Earth collapsed. A king was overthrown. A radical ideology seized power. And a revolution was born, one that would reshape global politics for the next century. This is the Russian Revolution. For centuries, Russia was ruled by absolute monarchs. By the early 20th century, the empire was controlled by Nicholas II, a ruler who believed his authority came from God. But Russia was falling apart. Peasants lived in poverty. Factory workers labored long hours for little pay. And World War I pushed the country to the edge of collapse. Millions were killed. Food ran out. Anger spread. In early 1917, bread shortages triggered protests in Petrograd. Women marched for food. Workers joined them. And soldiers were ordered to restore order. They refused. Instead of firing on the crowds, soldiers sided with the people. Within days, the unthinkable happened. The Tsar abdicated. 300 years of Romanov rule came to an end. Russia was no longer a monarchy. After the Tsar's fall, power did not pass to one authority, but two. On one side stood the provisional government, promising democracy and reform. On the other stood the Soviets, councils of workers and soldiers. This unstable arrangement was known as dual power. The provisional government refused to leave World War I. The people grew impatient. That's when a revolutionary returned. In April 1917, Vladimir Lenin arrived in Petrograd. He led the Bolsheviks, a radical socialist party. Lenin promised immediate peace. Land for peasants. Power for workers. For a nation exhausted by war and hunger, the message was irresistible. In October 1917, the Bolsheviks made their move. They seized bridges, railways, and communication centers. The Winter Palace fell with little resistance. By morning, the provisional government was gone. The Bolsheviks were now in power. Victory did not bring peace. From 1918 to 1921, Russia was torn apart by civil war. The Bolshevik Reds fought the Whites, a loose alliance of monarchists, liberals, and foreign armies. The Red Army was organized by Leon Trotsky, disciplined, mobile, and ruthless. By controlling cities, railways, and resources, the Reds slowly crushed their enemies. Millions died. To survive the war, the Bolsheviks introduced War Communism. Factories were nationalized. Grain was seized from peasants. Opposition was crushed. The result was economic collapse. By 1921, famine swept the country. Facing disaster, Lenin changed course. The new economic policy allowed limited private trade and farming. It saved the economy, but kept political power firmly in Bolshevik hands. In 1922, the revolution reached its final stage. Russia and neighboring republics united to form a new state, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. A one-party communist government now ruled a vast territory. The Russian Revolution ended an empire and created a new world order. It inspired revolutions across the globe. It frightened governments everywhere. And it shaped the politics of the 20th century. Its echoes are still felt today.